Every single day you wake up, you brush your teeth. The toothbrush came from somewhere. You make coffee. The beans traveled thousands of miles to get to you. You put on clothes, assembled in one country, shipped through 3 others, sitting in your wardrobe like it was always there. Every single thing you touched this morning, before you even left the house, passed through the hands of an industry worth $12 trillion a year. 12 trillion. And here's the part that gets me. Almost nobody talks about it. Almost nobody tells young people it exists. Almost nobody explains that the people running this industry, not the billionaires, not the CEOs, ordinary people who understood how it works, are quietly building generational wealth. I'm going to show you exactly how. But first, there's something about this industry that most people completely misunderstand. And until you understand it, everything else I'm about to tell you won't make sense. Stay with me. Here's what we're covering today. First, what logistics actually is, not the textbook definition, the real one, the one that makes you understand why this industry can never die and why that matters for your income. Second, the roles, the specific positions inside this industry where ordinary people without degrees, without connections, without a trust fund are building 6- and 7-figure careers. I'll name them specifically. And third, the move, what you do right now, whether you're starting from zero or already inside the logistics industry trying to get to the next level. But I need to open a loop here before we go further, because there's one role inside logistics, one specific position that almost nobody outside the industry knows exists, and the people who hold it are some of the highest paid professionals in global trade. I'll get to it, but not yet. Keep watching. Here is the real definition of logistics. It is the science of making sure the right thing gets to the right place at the right time. That's it. Simple, until you realize the right thing could be a vaccine that expires in 48 hours, or 10,000 car parts that a factory needs by Tuesday morning, or it shuts down production and loses 50,000 euros an hour, or food, or medicine, or the phone in your pocket. Suddenly, simple becomes everything. And here's what makes this industry unlike any other on earth. It cannot stop, ever. Recessions happen, tech companies collapse, real estate crashes, retail dies, but logistics, every crisis in history has needed logistics to function. Wars, pandemics, natural disasters, economic collapses, every single one of them needed goods to move, needed supply chains to operate, needed people who understood how to make that happen. This is not an industry you can disrupt into irrelevance. It is the infrastructure of human civilization. And that means anyone positioned correctly inside it has income security that almost no other industry can offer. Now, before I get to the roles, I need to tell you about the 3 layers of this industry, because most people only see one of them, and the money, the real money, lives in the other 2. Layer 1, operations. This is what most people picture: warehouse workers, truck drivers, port handlers, crane operators, the physical movement of goods, essential, respectable, but this is the entry point, not the destination. Layer 2, coordination. Freight forwarders, customs brokers, supply chain coordinators. These are the people who don't move the goods, they orchestrate everything around the goods moving. They talk to carriers, they navigate regulations, they solve problems in real time when something goes wrong, and something always goes wrong. This is where salaries start getting interesting. Freight forwarders in Europe regularly earn between 60 and 90,000 euros annually. Customs brokers, specialized, in demand, irreplaceable, regularly exceed 6 figures. And the barrier to entry? Lower than you think. Most of these roles require certification, not degrees. 6 to 12 months of focused learning and you are qualified. Layer 3, strategy. This is where the wealth lives. Supply chain consultants, logistics directors, trade lane managers, the people who design the systems, advise the corporations, build the networks. And that role I mentioned earlier, the one nobody outside this industry knows exists, it lives here. I'm almost ready to tell you, but first, let me give you the specific roles worth knowing, whether you're starting from zero or already in logistics trying to level up. If you're starting from zero, freight forwarder coordinator is your entry point. No degree required, certification through FIATA or equivalent takes 6 to 12 months. You are immediately working with international shipments, learning trade lanes, building relationships with carriers. Average starting salary in Europe, 35 to 45,000 euros. Ceiling, unlimited once you understand the business. Customs broker, underrated, unsexy name, but every single shipment crossing an international border needs one. Demand is permanent. The EU alone processes over 2 billion customs declarations a year. 2 billion. The brokers handling those declarations are not struggling for work. If you're already in logistics and want to move up, supply chain analyst, this is the bridge between operations and strategy. You take data, shipment data, cost data, route data, and you turn it into decisions that save companies millions. Companies pay serious money, serious. And now, the role I promised you. Trade finance specialist. Most people have never heard of this. It sits at the intersection of logistics and banking. When goods move internationally, money moves with them. letters of credit, trade insurance, export financing. The specialist who understands both the movement of goods and the money attached to those goods is one of the most valuable people in global trade. Starting salaries in this role in major financial centers in Europe begins at 80,000 euros. Senior specialists regularly exceed 150,000, and the supply of people who understand both sides is tiny. Here is the truth about logistics that nobody tells you when you're starting out. This industry does not care where you came from. It does not care about your background, your degree, your connections. It cares about one thing: whether you understand how things move and whether you can make a move better. The $12 trillion flowing through this industry every year needs people at every level: operators, coordinators, strategists, specialists. The pipeline of talent is not keeping up with the demand, which means the window right now is wide open. The person watching this who decides today to get their freight forwarding certification is 12 months away from being inside one of the most resilient industries on earth. The person already in logistics who learns supply chain analytics is one promotion away from strategy level income. And the person who goes after trade finance is walking into a room where very few people know the door exists. That is what cargo intel is here for. The opportunities hide in plain sight inside the industry that runs the world. Every week we pull back the curtain on what is actually happening and what you can actually do about it. Subscribe, share this with someone who thinks logistics is just trucks and boxes. It never was.